What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be starting a brand new playthrough on a Digimon 20th anniversary Digivice. I have a little tournament coming up at the end of the month, and I want to use the D320th. This is one of my favorite shells. This is the black shell, and we're actually going to be trying to get one of my favorite mons, Machinedramon, over the course of a week or so. Going to be restarting the Digimon Daily series, where every single couple days I'm going to go through all the different Digivices we're kind of using, show you all the progress we're making on some of these, and yeah, just generally use a lot more VPET devices because VPETs are a lot of fun, and I want to know in the comments, what VPETs are you working on right now, and what sort of VPETs would you like to see me feature in this series? We got the Pendulum Color, we have the Digimon 20th, we had Digimon X, we got the Digimon Color Evolution. There are also some other Digivices I'm working on as well, so if there's something you want to see me work on, if there's something you're excited to work on yourself, please let me know. But that being said, one thing we're going to start off with today is removing this battery. This is a dead battery, so the first thing you want to do is unscrew this little guy right here. And like I talked about, I'm going to be trying to get the Machinedramon line, one of my absolute favorite lines. New Machinedramon support's coming out in the next Digimon TCG set. So yeah, before we actually do that, we're taking the battery off. I want to show you guys. So this is the Digimon. This is Humulos, right? I'm going to try and leave a link in the description, but this is just the website everyone uses. There's a bunch of different versions that you can use for the Digimon 20th, right? So you can go, this is the standard one everyone's used to from way back in the day, like the whole Agumon line, ends with like the Metal Greymon and then the, the Blitz Greymon line from like, that's how the old one worked, right? And then you have like the version 2 with like the Gabumon line and like the Angemon and Kabuterimon stuff. Like these are some of my favorites for the Digimon 20th. You also have things like this one. This is the version 3 with like a bunch of different plant stuff, and you have like the spooky ghosts. Version 4 has like the Leomon line, a little bit of like Biomon stuff, ends with like Megadramon and like Aegistramon. And then this is where we're looking at the version 5. Now, one thing about the version 5 that might seem different is like a lot of these mons are like dinosaur themed, and that's because the Digimon version 5 was actually meant to be a Godzilla collab Digivice. This is supposed to be a Godzilla version, and actually now there is a Godzilla collab color that's coming out, and you can see a lot of those same sprites look like a bunch of the different sprites that we have up here. There's also like the Machinedramon and stuff like that, but there's the base Digimon there in all these, but then like the Destroya is the exact same as, the sprite for Digimon, and you can see like this one up here, the Dark Tyrannomon, is supposed to be just the base Godzilla, right? What is that other one? Like Space Godzilla, that is supposed to be something like the Tuscamon, right? So they're all actually like from this device. I mean, the plush, the AX Tyrannomon ends up being like Zilla from the, Matthew Broderick remake of Godzilla. So like, I think there's a bunch of cool stuff here. This is Cyclomon ends up being the same as, I think it's Gidan. Yeah, Gigan, right? So it's really, really cool. So I just wanted to make this one a little bit of a run and end it with Machinedramon, because Machinedramon is one of my favorites, and then I will probably Jogress this Machinedramon into Rust Tyrannomon at the end for my tournament. So that being said, that's why we're using this Digivice, and I think the, the Machinedramon looks really, really good with like the black Digivice. I think they just go to each other very, very well, and I want to have this Digivice up and running by the time my Davis and Ken black Digivice comes in as well. So back to removing this battery here, just removing the battery. There's no battery in here right now, which is usually how I like to leave mine if I'm not going to be using them for an extended period of time. Just take the battery out so they don't get any corrosion in there. But the battery we're going to be using here is going to be a CR2032 Energizer. And if you guys have any questions about removing your batteries and stuff like that, please let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to help. Just put that bad boy right in there and screw it on in. I'm using a little screwdriver from a tech deck. Those two. Yeah, there it is. Cool. So what we're going to do is select the right egg here. So the right egg is going to be the one with all the different lines on it. Yeah, this is the egg that we want. So this is the egg that unlocks all the different Godzilla VPETs. I like this one a lot. There we go. And we're starting things off. There's a bunch of cool mons in this little Digivice though. I think you can go either line. We're probably going to go up through the Gazimon line up into, I might take the, the Digimon line and then get up into the, when this thing came out, this guy down here, everyone was like, it's supposed to be Burning Godzilla, but it's Rust Tyrann or Metal Tyrannomon in this one, but it's so obviously Burning Godzilla. You can see it right here. It looks so much better as Burning Godzilla right there. I really like it a lot. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I can't wait for this Digivice to come out. Big fan of Godzilla, and yeah, I really am looking forward to this like collaboration Digivice. It's going to be a lot of fun, but almost here. It's almost here. Gotta wait just a little bit longer. And speaking of a little bit longer to wait, it's probably about time for this little guy to hatch. Almost. I wish there was a way to like change this just a wee tad. There we go. Here we go. Okay. And this guy, let's go for, there we go. Value. Man, those sounds are always gonna like be trapped in my head forever. Zurumon. So Zurumon's gonna go to Pagumon in about 10 minutes. And then from there, if I get 0 to 2 care mistakes, it's gonna go into Gazimon. If I get 3+ care mistakes, it's gonna go to Gizamon. If I go to Gizamon, I think the lines can still go into Digimon. So it doesn't really matter where I go up into to get to Digimon, and then from there Digimon goes into Metal Tyrannomon, goes into Mugendramon, which is Machine-Dramon itself. So pretty cool stuff. I'm really excited for this. Like I said, I have a couple tournaments coming up at the end of the month, so I want to be able to bring like a bunch of my different Digivices with me. And so I have like the 20th device right here. I have the Color Evolution. I have the Pendulum Color. I have Digimon X devices, and I still don't have just an actual Digimon Color. I really like missed the boat on ordering those when they came out, so I really wish I had one. But that being said, I think this is a pretty good place to call this first one for the first little day. I think I'm going to come back in a little bit when this guy evolves, and maybe come back when it's in its rookie stage.